Hey everyone, it's your girl Coach C. I know it has been a while since I connected on here with you guys, and I've been waiting on the right moment to come back with the right message and everything. And I'm like, you know what? You're stalling. Make this video, put it out there, connect with them. So shout out to everybody who reaches out to me and let me know that my messages are still hidden, even though they may be old. Everyone who's encouraging me and telling me to keep going, my clients that are continuously coming back to me and wanting to work with me. You guys are the reasons why I know that what I'm doing is for a bigger purpose, and it just keeps me going. Even if there is a break, I never stop. I always come back. So I'm so grateful to be here. And I wanted to come back with a message that was going to be really impactful to my newsletter and to everyone who is subscribed to my channel, everyone that's in my community. So, one of the things that I want to say is, as you may or may not know, some of you may know, I moved to Orlando, and this move was completely driven by Source, by my spirit family. This move was something that I needed. I never knew I needed it, but I was being very obedient with the messages that I was receiving from God, and it brought me here. And I've reflected on so many different things. This place brought me so many lessons, and I wanted to make an entire series on just my move, right? My newsletters are going to be talking about the different lessons that I've learned through my move. As you guys know, my business name is Continued Expansion. It's continued expansion because I want you guys to grow with me. I'm also growing. I feel like we look at healing as this linear path and we look at it as a destination, but it's not a destination, it's a lifestyle. What are you incorporating in your lifestyle every single day that's going to work towards making you a better you? So before I get into unpacking that, I feel as though a lot of people look at healing as linear as well. And healing is truly an ebb and flow. Some days you're doing fantastic, you're feeling fantastic, you're positive, you're affirming yourself. And then some days you're not. Some days you're down, some days you're sad, some days you're questioning and you're doubting yourself. And I want you to have grace with yourself in this process. A lot of times we're seeing the other side of someone's healing journey, and we're not seeing the process. We're not seeing what they had to go through. We're not seeing the long nights, the tears, the sleepless nights. We're not seeing the breakdowns. We're not seeing the anxiety attacks, right? We're just seeing all of the things that they're receiving. And so I do invite you to have grace with yourself as we are all trying to figure it out. And I pride myself as a coach that don't give advice. I'm a coach that help you dig into yourself so you can figure it out. You have all of the tools within you to figure out everything that you need along your journey. Don't doubt yourself. Have faith in yourself. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to touch on. The second thing that I wanted to touch on is I was having this conversation with someone, and they were making it seem as if their healing journey was them needing to fix themselves. And we often look at it as I am broken and I need to fix myself. And that message alone, it's going to make you internalize the energy of not feeling worthy. So that means you don't feel worthy of receiving good things from the universe, God. You don't feel worthy of great experiences. You don't feel worthy of having abundance. You don't feel worthy of having a lot of money, having a lot of joy, having a solid friendship group, having good health. All of these things is internalized when you look at yourself as broken. Oh, I am broken. I cause pain to this person. I need to go fix it. And I want you to try a different perspective when it comes to looking at yourself as broken, how you view yourself during your healing process. And so, healing, what I explained to my friend as they were talking to me about going to a therapist, reading the books, what I explained to my friend was healing is bringing your subconscious to the conscious mind, right? Those triggers that you have, if you're dealing with your triggers on an unconscious, from an unconscious standpoint, they're going to have control over you. When you're dealing with your triggers from a conscious standpoint, you no longer, you remove the control. So healing is just a process of bringing what you're not aware of into your awareness. And once it's into your awareness, now you can make the necessary logical steps, controlled steps in order to respond to whatever triggered you in opposed to reacting to it. A reaction is when we completely lose it. You know how some people say, I don't even know what happened. I blacked out. I didn't even know I did this. I blanked out. That's because that person was reacting out of an unaware space. So a lot of times when you know your parents love you, you know that they were doing their best, but yet they still caused you pain. That pain was not out of their conscious mind, even if they are a little maybe mentally ill or whatever. I am no therapist, so I'm not even here to judge anyone or label anyone. But naturally speaking, that wasn't done from a conscious place. That's why a lot of times when you're talking to your parents and you're telling them about some of the things that they did to you when you were growing up, they can't even remember. They can't recall. And in their mind, you're making this completely up. You're trying to make them out to be the bad guy. But that is because they were operating from an unconscious place. And now you're trying to bring it into their awareness years ago when they really don't, they can't see themselves in that light because they haven't brought that to their consciousness and their awareness. And so we get hurt by people's inability to see themselves. So their lack of awareness. That's what's causing us pain. We cause ourselves pain through our own lack of awareness when it comes to learning and knowing who we are and what we desire, right? It's like when you are in a situation and you know that your nerves are tensing up and you don't feel comfortable and you're not at ease and you're having anxiety, and sometimes we just push through it, and it's because you don't have the awareness of what you need in that moment, right? So that's why I teach to let those feelings teach you about what you need and then give yourself that need. So a lot of times we're thinking that healing is seeing ourselves as broken and then working to fix ourselves. And those individuals who are working on being healed, they fix themselves and they never have any problems and they never go through anything, and they just live this perfect life. That is not realistic. That's not realistic. They don't have a perfect life. What they have is they don't have a perfect life. What they have is a life where they're processing. What they have is a change in their perspective and how they are processing their experience. It's all about your experience. And so, one of the lessons that I wanted to focus on in this video when it came to what I've learned in my move to Orlando is that many of us are living in survival mode. We're living in survival mode. And sometimes we're aware of it, sometimes we're not aware of it, right? But when we are trying to heal ourselves, just like the perspective that I gave in the beginning, having a need, finding a way to meet that need. Healing is the same thing. Seeing that you're operating in one way and learn how to operate in the opposite way. So to heal is to experience the opposite experience of what broke you in the first place, right? So the sense of survival, it evokes the feeling of fear. It is root chakra work, not feeling like you belong, feeling detached from your Mother Earth, feeling as if you have to always survive, fight, flight, or flee. Those feelings of not feeling safe. So, to experience the opposite, we have to work on cultivating a sense of safety. So, me personally, I saw how I was still moving like I lived in Chicago. I was still scanning the room, making sure everything was good. I was always on my P's and Q's. I was always watching over my back. I'm padlocking my doors at night. And I'm like, wait a minute, Celicia, why are you moving like this? It came down to even how I slept at night. I always wanted to be ready. I stayed ready in case anything popped off. I was going to be ready because that's how you had to live in Chicago. That's the predominant mindset, right? And we're going to get into all of these. If you stay with my Move series, you'll be able to truly put all of these videos together, and then it's going to create one big picture for you to take away. And I hope that it helps somebody. But that sense of safety needs to be cultivated and worked on. And there are layers. So as you are also discovering this part of you, okay, wow, I need to work on feeling more safe. There's going to be layers that's going to be peeled back. That's going to show you all of the different ways that you operate that shows that you have a lack of sense of safety. And now you get to meet the need with something else. So for example, I used to sleep. How I slept showed that I was living in survival mode, completely covered, head, toe, feet, burrowed into my covers. You can't see me, as if I'm not there. And I learned how to sleep on my back, covers off my face, facing whatever, right? And a lot of times we fear sleeping on our backs, right? Because why? We see corpse. That's how they lay in the coffin, right? We have that paralysis where we're the sleep paralysis sometimes. So it makes us have that fear of sleeping on our back, right? That still is holding energy in your life, as simple as it is, just sleeping. So realizing that now I sleep on my back, covers off. A lot of times too, I like to sleep in pitch darkness. So I do cover myself just to get a little bit more darkness. But that is something that I noticed that was an energy of fear that I was holding on to. I was listening to this podcast by Manifestation Babe, or yeah, Manifest. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm really trying to give you your credit right now. But she was given an example of what faith looked like to her, right? Now, faith is with her example, it made so much sense. It was like, imagine the universe, God, the Most High, whoever you call on, Jesus, whatever. Imagine them as your parent. And me as a mom to a toddler, sometimes when I'm saying, hey, son, take a nap, I'm thinking ahead, right? You're taking a nap right now because you have a party later. When you go to this party, I want you to be able to have fun and enjoy it and not be sleepy and cranky and groggy. And so I'm planning for you to take your nap right now. So when you do go to this party, you are happy. You are enjoying yourself. You're having a great time. Now, my son is throwing a tantrum. No, I don't want to go to sleep. I want to play some more. I want to finish my show. I want to play with my blocks. I want to drive my car. He's giving me all of this pushback. Like, I want all of these things right now. So why do I have to cut it off and take a nap? He can't see the future. He can't understand that this is a plan and in preparation for you to set you up for a better outcome, to set you up for more happiness and more joy. And so sometimes we're in our lives and we are giving pushback to our circumstances and not understanding why it's going this way. Why did this happen to me? But our parent, God, the universe, the Most High, knows exactly why, because they see the bigger picture. So the faith is being able to see the bigger, it's being able to know that there is a plan and a bigger picture already set up for you without you being able to see it in the now, right? So now I put my son down for a nap. He wakes up. I get him prepared. We're going to a party. He's like, yay. He goes to the party. He has the best time because his energy was already high. That's what's happening in our lives. If we can take ourselves out of ourselves and place our faith in the Most High, in the universe, then we will be able to understand that what we're experiencing is not against us, it's for us. And as we remain adaptable to life, we will see that this is what we always needed, something that we didn't even know that we needed, but prepared us for the next level that we're asking for. So, cultivating a sense of survival and a sense of safety is placing your faith outside of you, placing your trust outside of you to the Most High, and understanding that everything is going to work out for you, and learning ways, the tactical part of it, the action part of it is observing your habits and seeing what you're doing that's making you live in fear. Many of us live in fear. The news gives us things to fear. Some of these social media sites that have the gossips, they plant fear. There's fear that's constantly being planted in you. So sometimes it's not even yours. You're just waking up in that energy. So being able to observe yourself, you can observe yourself in meditation, and meditation can look like you washing the dishes with no noise, you taking a bath with no noise, you reading a book and taking breaks to reflect. It can be you sitting in the corner. Like I practice Zazen meditation, which is you just sit, eyes aren't even closed, you're just in the present. It's like putting myself in timeout. But taking that time, fasting, to observe your habits, just to learn you. That's how you position yourself to thrive, right? To love something is to position it to thrive. To position something to thrive is to learn what it needs. Being able to cultivate the sense of safety and learning what your fear needs in order to feel safe is positioning yourself to thrive. I hope that this message is helpful. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Your girl is coming back with the heat. And as always, everything is about continued expansion. Peace.